Hi, everyone. So, I don't know where you're at right now in this big, gigantic world, but if you're anywhere from the Midwest to like the northeastern part of the United States, you're more than likely freezing your chi-chis off right now. And I am not somebody who like talks about how cold it is. I actually don't talk about weather much at all, but when I think it's cold, it's definitely cold. So, yeah, just trying to stay warm right now. I hope everybody is warm where they're at right now. The boss hates these temperatures, but it does speed up the process quite a bit because she goes out and comes right back in and easy peasy lemon squeezy from her. So you know what? Let's just jump into what's happening this week because there is quite a bit going on. It's time for what's happening. That's where I tell you what is going on throughout the week. Now, before we get started doing that, if this is your first time here, welcome. I am Gretchen, the Tipsy Travel Gal. I am a licensed esthetician and a travel agent, and it is my goal to eat, drink, and spa my way around the world. Obviously, I want to show you some really cool things, talk about some fun places to visit, as well as show you some delicious things to eat and drink. My ultimate goal is to encourage you to travel on your own, whether that be international or domestic. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also included in my description is a link to my GoFundMe page. It tells you a little bit about me, where I'm coming from, how I got to where I'm at, and where I'm trying to go. If you have a couple extra dollars to spare, I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't mind donating to the cause. Now, I always do my little disclaimer. I'm only one person. I am not omnipotent, which means I don't know everything that's going on. So when I read things, I put them on a list and I throw them on a calendar. So it's very possible that something that's going on near you or something that you like a lot is going on this week. And I don't have it on my list. So feel free to comment here, or I'll give you a bunch of other different ways to contact me at the end of the video. And let me know what's going on. I'll either talk about it next week if it's still going on, or I'll definitely put it on my list for next year. But remember, 2024 is all about good vibes. But let's get into what's happening this week. There's a lot of really fun stuff going on, including some warm weather things. So let's go to Bermuda first. Starting the 18th all the way through February the 29th starts the 13th annual Bermuda Restaurant Week. Now I know 18th of January, 29th of February, not a week. I know, but who cares? It's Bermuda. It's beautiful. They've got amazing food. Just roll with it. Now, this isn't a traditional gigantic festival with booths lining a street. It's not like that. What this is, it's 50 restaurants around the island that are participating in this event. They create 2-course lunches or 3-course dinners. There is a website, I'm going to include that in the description, that will take you to those restaurants' websites so that you can see their menus. These are prix-fixe menus, so they actually develop a menu around it, and it's a single price. So you know exactly how much you're going to spend when you go there. Variety of price ranges. The meals range from like $25 to $59. I saw a couple more that were a little bit more expensive, but for the most part, very reasonable, including for dinner. And you can even take out if you want. They encourage you to dine in, but if you want to take out, you can take out as well. So if you are looking for a getaway either from now until the end of February, you want to enjoy some amazing food from Bermuda, this is definitely your place to go. Now we're going to go from fun in the sun to fun on the ice and snow. Let's head to Stowe, Vermont. From January 18th through the 20th, Stowe Winter Carnival is in effect. Now I know what you're thinking. How many winter carnivals does Stowe have? And I'm kind of right there with you because I was like, haven't I covered this? But this winter carnival is different from the other ones. This time, Stowe, Vermont is focusing solely on the art of ice carving. There are demonstrations on how to sculpt and carve ice and snow. There is a competition, of course, and there's even a kids competition. While you're wandering through this beautiful winter wonderland of Stowe, Vermont, and it is a winter wonderland as of this weekend, don't forget that we're talking Stowe, Vermont. So you can walk around this beautiful town, looking at all the ice carvings, participating in some of the demonstrations and competitions. But then you also have skiing. there's downhill, there's cross country, and the town actually really focuses on it. Stowe has many skiing resorts, so it's not just kind of a one-trick pony. So if you're looking for some skiing and some ice carving fun, Stowe, Vermont is the place for you to head at the end of the week. Now it's time to jump back into the Southern Hemisphere for summer. We're going to go to Perth, Australia for an art festival. The Fringe World Festival in Perth, Australia runs from the 19th of January through February the 18th. So you've got a while to go down there and visit. This is a very large art festival, and I don't just mean painting or sculpture. It encompasses all types of art. Here's the mission statement. I'm going to look at this and read it because I don't have the capacity to memorize this. Our aspiration is to create a festival for all, to present art that speaks to many, which balances popularity with integrity and creates an inescapable sense of celebration for everyone. Now, what kind of art are we talking about? Okay, so there's cabaret and variety performances, there's circus, there's comedy, there's community, there's visual arts like painting, sculpting, film, dance, physical theater, music and musicals. There's even a section for street performers. And there are many events that are geared towards children. Now, while there is a fair space, like with booths and things like that, a lot of it does take place around Perth in different theaters and exhibition spaces. I'm going to include the website to this event in the description where you can go look at where everything is located, as well as see how much the tickets are for each event. Now, some of the things are free. The actual exhibition space, that is the Fringe World Festival, does require tickets. If you find something that interests you, you can see how much the tickets are, and you can buy them in advance online. If you're looking for something really different, then the next event is going to be very exciting for you. We're heading to Bosang, Thailand. So Bosang is a small Thai village, and it's nearby Chiang Mai. And in this village, they have perfected the art of paper umbrellas. They are built on bamboo frames with saw paper, and once they construct the umbrella itself, they paint the umbrella with ornate, gorgeous designs. Now, this is an actual tradition in this village. So they're pretty sure this technique was brought from Burma. Now, some say the settlers from that area brought it to this village where they settled and kind of created an industry out of it. Other sources say a monk, and there were several different monks that were named, so that's why I'm not giving you one, but a monk went to Burma and then brought this technique back. But any way you look at it, this is a very unique art form that is based in this tiny little village of Thailand. Now, it runs from January 19th through the 21st, and the first morning of the festival, they assemble themselves and their umbrellas for the parade. And then all the streets get closed down after the parade, and they set up a huge market that celebrates these umbrellas where you can also purchase them. There are stages for performances, and there is food in this market as well. Now, because this is a smaller village and it's not near all the huge temples like in Chiang Mai, there aren't as many tourists as come to some of the other events, which makes it a very relaxed and fun atmosphere to experience Thailand and the cultural things that it has to offer. So a truly unique experience if you're looking to go to Thailand at the end of January. Now let's head to Kobe, Japan for a commemoration. January 19th through January 28th is the Kobe Luminare. Now, this is finally returning after the pandemic. They have not had it since 2020. This particular event started in 1995. It was to commemorate the victims of the Great Hanshin Awaji earthquake. On January 17th, 1995, a 6.9 magnitude earthquake struck Kobe, Japan. It left 6,433 people dead, over 45,000 people homeless, and it caused $100 billion in damage. Now, to commemorate this, there are various illuminations all around Kobe, but obviously the center of town is, where the biggest installation of illumination is. It is free, although some of the artwork that you can see in the American Park venue, it does cost to get in there roughly 500 yen. So a solemn event, but if you are in Japan, something definitely worth going to see. Now it is time to start thinking about spring in Europe. It's off to Amsterdam. Now the winter festivals are over. It is time to kick off tulip season. So National Tulip Day is celebrated in Amsterdam on January the 20th. Now, clearly, the tulips haven't started to bloom yet. Most of the tulips involved in this celebration were grown indoors. But if you go to Museum Square on the 20th, you can pick tulips. They're in buckets, of course, but you can pick tulips that have been grown indoors to celebrate the start of tulip season. Now, the tulips actually start to emerge and bloom around mid-March, and they're in full bloom in April, but this is kind of getting prepared for it and building the excitement of this time. And it's great for pictures because Museum Square is filled with beautiful tulips. It is free. You get to pick the tulips for free, and it's going to really get you excited for the tulips coming into bloom at the end of March. But it is still technically winter, so we're going to go to a winter capital, and that would be Switzerland. So off we go. The Chateau Day Balloon Festival runs from January 20th through January 28th. Now, Chateau Day is the alpine capital of hot air ballooning. And this balloon festival is in its 44th years. Now, as with most very large balloon festivals, they have balloon flights, they have competitions, there's even a children's program, but they do have night flights. And if you remember from any of the other videos, I've talked about this, night flights, especially ones at dawn, can be slightly dangerous. Now, along with the balloons, they do have air shows, which is really fun, and most of the restaurants and bars participate in this balloon festival. Now the tickets, you can buy tickets for this on site. They are really inexpensive, 10 Swiss francs. But if you're really feeling adventurous, you can do a tethered balloon flight or a full-on balloon flight, as well as helicopter rides. Now those are all by cost, and I would highly recommend reserving a spot to do so if you're going to be there. So that is it for what's happening this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If I've missed something or you want me to know about an event, you can either comment below or go to any of my social media accounts. I am Tipsy Travel Gal on pretty much all the big ones. Also, another way you can get a hold of me is if you go on my website, tipsytravelgal.com. There's some really fun things on there. If you look at the menu bar and you can see at the very end, it says contact me. That'll take you to a page where you can send me an email. So thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody's having a great week. If you are someplace that's cold, please stay warm and take care of yourself and your neighbors. And until the next time, bye.